We're going to talk a little bit about President Biden's run for re-election, and we talked a little bit about that in the context of former Vice President Kamala Harris's book. But just to go back a little, during and immediately before the 2020 election, was it your impression that President Biden intended to seek a second term?
I don't know what the president's intentions were. We were so focused on the moment and winning. I never even thought beyond that. My focus was, and all of our focus was, on the upcoming election.
Then candidate Biden had said at one point that he intended to be a, quote, bridge to a younger generation of Democratic leaders. Was that your impression as well, that he was going to be a bridge president?
He said this, and I believed him when he said it. Those were his words.
Do you think that implied that he intended to only serve one term?
I wouldn't put too much into that.
So no, you don't believe that implied that?
I mean, you would have to speak to him and ask him what he meant. What I believed he meant was the pick of his vice president, making history and picking a woman vice president, in this case, a woman of color.
So I actually just don't understand. He's a bridge candidate by picking Kamala Harris as his running mate?
I think it's picking someone younger and having a ticket that brings everybody together, a unity. I think we even said that during the 2020 campaign.
Thanks.
Unifying. And I think that's how I took it, but you would have to ask him directly, specifically about what he meant by that.
So when did you first understand that President Biden would seek a second term?
When he announced it.
You didn't know before that?
It was his decision to make. It's a personal decision to make.
So inside the White House, were there any discussions or considerations of whether President Biden was physically or mentally fit to seek or serve a second term?
No, not that I was part of, not that I was aware of, and not that I was part of.